let's give her a little bit of guidance. Marjorie, that's where you want to go. You want to go in there. Oh, and we should probably add something on top here. Oh, I've got a bit of carpet there. Let's add, oops. Dang it! Greetings, Cyberdogs and citizens of the Interbubs. This is ReNDoG coming at you from the absolutely amazing island of False Symmetry in another episode of Minecraft Survival from the Hermitcraft server. Jeez, guys, isn't this place looking amazing? The last time we were here, there was hardly any detail going on. There was like a little castle in the middle that False had been working on, but since then, she has been busy, hasn't she? Look how awesome this place is looking. Oh, False, I am loving your island so much. It is absolutely beautiful, man. We're here for a reason, everybody. We're not just here to take in the sights and the sounds of this beautiful island. Oh, no, we are here to give False Symmetry a gift because, well, she deserves one, as does Cubfan135. Jeez. Last time we were together, guys, we tried to fight the Wither, didn't we? And well, it didn't go too well. I got myself wrecked, and let's face it, the only way that I could have defeated that Wither was with help from Cub and False, and I'd like to give them a gift to kick off today's episode. Last time we were also working on a wheat and beetroot farm, which turned out pretty good. We now have fully automated wheat and beetroot collection. Today, my friends, we're going to work on fully automatic collection of potatoes and carrots, and I have found a build that is going to blow your guys' minds, man. It is going to be so sweet. But before we get to that, guys, let's give some gifts to our friends over here, starting with False Symmetry. Take a look at this. I've set up a little gift that looks very much like a Hermitron. Let's be honest with ourselves, man. But yeah, I spent an hour or so this morning getting this set up, and I think it's looking really, really sweet, man. I got a really awesome gift planned for the Cub and the False. I've got some uranium down there, and it's freaking uranium, people. It's not uranium. Come on now. It's freaking uranium. It's a brand new element. Jeez, so many people in the comments telling me that I can't name it uranium. It's freaking uranium, man. Anyway, got some of that down there, which is looking cool. And False can have all of these blocks, but take a look at this, man. I was trying to figure out a gift to give Cub and Falsey, and I reckon what we should do is give them a stack, or a chest rather, full of a pretty difficult material to get. Black concrete powder. It is a pain in the butt to get this jazz, man. You need inkage, you need freaking gravel, you need sand, you need to make it into black concrete powder, and we've got a lot of this stuff obviously on our island because it's one of our primary blocks, and I reckon that False and Cub could potentially find a use for black concrete powder. I don't know. Hopefully they will. Anyway, that's what I want to give both of them. Falsey, thanks for helping me kill this stupid witherbutt. Hermitcraft Season 5, the season of the Mooshroom. Am I right, Cyberdogs? My goodness, man. So many hermits living on a Mooshroom Island this year. It is completely crazy. And here we are at Cubfan's absolutely mental island. And it is completely covered with really complicated redstone machines that I have no idea how they work, what they do, how they function. Just looking at this base makes my brain hurt, man. But what else would you expect from the mad Professor Cubfan? Am I right, guys? This place is looking fancy, man. Damn. Anyway, I have set up a little present for the Cub all the way on top of this little mountain at the backside of his Mooshroom Island, and hopefully he will spot it. That uranium is glowing pretty fierce though, so he shouldn't be able to miss it. And of course, just like we gave to False, we're going to be giving Cub a double, or not a double chest, a single chest of black concrete powder. Hopefully Cub will be able to put that to good use. If not, well, it took me a long time to get those materials, so thanks for the help killing the witherbutt, Cub. You are a freaking legend, my friend. Welcome back, everybody, to Storage Module Alpha. We are back on the netherboard to continue work on the big project we started last episode, which of course is to create an automatic crop farm. Today we're going to find a way to automatically harvest carrots and potatoes, and it's going to be sweet, man. But take a look at this. I have got the nether star on the wall. This is the nether star that False Symmetry and Cubfan managed to extract from the butt crack of that freaking wither. And originally, I was going to use this nether star to create a beacon for myself, but I have decided, my friends, that I don't deserve to use that nether star. I want to try and kill the wither one more time. Okay, I'm going to give it one more attempt at killing the wither to get my own nether star. In this series, we are trying to get everything for ourselves, aren't we? We're trying not to rely so much on the hermits in Season 5, and I want to give myself one more chance to kill that stupid frickin' nether, or that stupid wither, should I say, and we're going to do that in the next episode. But we have got way bigger fish to fry today, my friends. I have been setting up a little bit of an area here where we're going to be working, a brand new little space for a brand new building, and it is going to be awesome. I cannot wait to show you what I've discovered in there, man. I've been doing a lot of research into potato and carrot farming, and I've stumbled across a pretty awesome farm design. Last time we were working on this bad boy, weren't we? I don't think you guys have seen the latest design of it. Take a look at this. I added a beautiful black border around it. I think it's looking amazing, and it is working so very well. Let's take to the air so I can show you guys a little bit from a distance what it looks like. Looks pretty cool, right? Oh baby, you know it, man, you know it. Them frickin' Von Butts working their, well, butts off inside there, getting us wheat and beetroot. I've also done a little bit more work here. I've added another double chest worth of stuff, and we've been collecting the goods pretty well over here. Now, we're going to have to try and figure out a way to filter all of these items that we are collecting into one central point. But before we can do that, we need to get, we need to get the carrot and potato farm fired up so that we can get that happening. Now, the problem with potatoes and carrots is, well, it's kind of technical. Let me see if I can try explain it to you guys. Now, the beetroot and wheat farm, as we saw last time, is pretty easy to make. As long as those villagers' inventories are full, they will harvest the wheat and beetroot. And because their inventories are full, they cannot actually pick those items up. So then our hopper minecarts can pick them up. The problem with potatoes and carrots is that they are recognized as food by the villagers. And the villagers will not harvest if their inventory is full of food. They will harvest if their inventory is full of other stuff, like seeds, for example, but if their inventory is full of food, they will actually stop farming. So we have to find another way to harvest potatoes and carrots. I've got two more villagers ready for us, Betsy Von Butt and Marjorie Von Butt. Yep, they hit every branch down the ugly tree, I'm afraid, guys. But don't judge them, okay? They are the sisters of John and Jimmy Von Butt that are currently working over there. Who's that? I can't remember. I think that's Jimmy staring off into the yonder. He was looking at the sunset. Get back to work, butthole! All right, Cyberdogs, it is time to put our thinking caps on and prepare our faces for Palmage because, well, the ReNDog's about to get technical up in here. And, yeah. I don't know if it's going to go very well. Let me get a sip of my beverage to prepare my brain for this next segment, man. We're going to have to do some thinking. There we go. Caffeine straight to the buttholio. Let's do this thing. Now, guys, I've been putting some research in to try and find a decent farm for potatoes and carrots. An automatic farm, a lossless farm that we never have to actually use, that will just gather potatoes and carrots for us as long as we have loaded the chunk. And I have discovered a design which is going to work really, really well for us. I wish that I could claim that this design was my own, but much smarter Minecrafters than me have come up with this in the past, and there's quite a few variations of it, but we're going to try and make a nice simple variation of it. Essentially, what we're going to be doing is abusing the light rules of Minecraft, okay? And essentially the way that the light rules of Minecraft work is that if a crop is in 0 light, on tilled earth, it'll pop out like that. Did you see that? Popped out after a while. The same goes for carrots and potatoes, and in fact, all crops in Minecraft will behave in this way in 0 light. What we can also do, though, is we can force that crop to pop out by updating the block using a pressure plate. So if we put a block next to the tilled earth with a pressure plate on it, when we stand on this pressure plate, we are going to be updating this block, okay? If there is a crop in there that is not able to grow because of the light level, and we update that tilled earth block, take a look at what happens. Boop! The carrot pops out. The same thing, of course, will happen for the potato. There we go. So if we got a couple of crops growing like this in a completely dark room, and we hit these pressure plates like this, the crops are going to pop out. Are you guys starting to pick up on it, what I'm putting down over here? what we're going to do is try and create a farm where villagers are going to try and farm these crops like this. And as they try to farm the crops, they are going to hit the pressure plates. The pressure plates are going to pop the crop out of the tilled earth, and then the villager is going to try plant it again. So I'm going to be a villager right now. I'm going to plant the potato, run over here to plant another potato. Oh no, that potato's popped out. I better go back and plant it. Basically, we are going to be turning our villagers into goldfish that are going to be automatically harvesting crops for us. And I think that's going to be really, really cool. Now, the problem with this, of course, is that it ends up being a really ugly farm. I mean, if we just did it like this, we could stick one of those villagers in there now, and they would begin the process of harvesting potatoes. But, I mean, look at this. It's so ugly, isn't it? We need to try and make this facility look really, really cool. I mean, I think it's really important that everything that we build here on the netherboard fits in with the design palette, fits in with what we are trying to achieve. Let me get some orange freaking glass over here. I think it's in here. Yes, there we go. So, what I want to try and do with you guys today is create something really special. I want to try and make this potato and carrot farm look and function in a really awesome way. Right? So why don't we try something like this? I'm thinking about having like a chute that runs through the or above the center of the carrot and potato farm, and the carrot and potato farm will be up here somewhere, right? Maybe a few blocks higher than this. And what I'd like to do is try to get all of those potatoes and carrots being generated by the Von Butts to fall through this chute down into like a collecting chamber underneath. And then what we can try and do is work out a way to get all of the materials being collected in that farm all the way underneath here via, like, I don't know, a water canal or some sort of transporting system. And underneath here, we will collect all of the beetroot, the wheat, the seeds, the potatoes, and the carrots in our quest to collect a double chest of all the items in Minecraft. So that's the plan for today, guys. I've got lots and lots of work to do over here, though. So let me get settled in, and I'll bring you back when we've got something more interesting to look at. Oh, it's going to be a long day of Minecraft. I love my life. Every new building I throw up in the Plastic Fantastic style just makes me fall in love with this block palette even more, guys. I am having so much fun with these black and orange blocks. It is just so refreshing to be building in such a minimalist way, you know, with such a small block palette in such a weird way that is so against everything that I know about Minecraft. I'm just loving this base so much. Anyway, check it out, guys. I have set out the delivery chute for the potatoes and the carrots over here, and what we're going to do now is come back together to do a little bit of redstoning. I know I said this build wasn't going to be complicated. The farm itself is not complicated, but we do need to install a little something that is going to be dropping those potatoes and carrots down here. And the good news is this is actually a very, very simple thing to make. Let me show you guys exactly how this is done. Okay, we're going to have a dropper in this position over here. So let's get a dropper with its butthole facing down like that. There we go. And we're actually trapped in here now, so good job there, Ren. Let's just break all the hard work that we've done. Nice. Nice work. Okay, so we've got the dropper over here. This is the dropper that is going to be spitting out the potatoes and the carrots that we're going to be getting from our farm, right? The thing is, we need to get this dropper to trigger automatically, and the way that we're going to do that is to use a redstone comparator. This is super simple. Check this out, guys. We're going to stick a comparator next to the dropper. The comparator is now looking at the dropper, okay? There's nothing in it. Oh, actually, we should probably take everything out of it. There we go. So you can see the redstone turned off, which means that the dropper is recognizing the comparator is recognizing that the dropper is empty. Right? What we want to do is get a redstone pulse out of this comparator when something goes into that dropper. So let's put a repeater over here to strengthen that redstone signal. And what we're going to do is run a line of redstone around like this back into the comparator. So every single time an item goes into the dropper, the comparator is going to send a pulse, and that pulse is going to travel along this redstone. And we're going to send another pulse going into the dropper itself. So we're going to trigger the dropper so that it spits out an item. So when an item goes in, the comparator goes, oh, item. It sends a redstone pulse into the repeater. That repeater will then send a pulse back into the comparator to turn it off, but it'll also send a pulse back into the dropper so that the dropper will actually drop an item that's in it. So let's take a look if this is going to work. Let's stick some potatoes in here, and there you guys can see it is working. Those potatoes are getting dropped out of that dropper, and if we come down here, we should see them falling down there. Yeah, that's perfect. Oh man, it is going to be raining potatoes and carrots up in this business, baby. baby. So far, so good, guys. I'm actually quite impressed with my own brain right now. There have been very few face palms going on in today's episode. Even though we're getting technical, I'm actually managing to do this thing without messing up too badly. We've got our dropper mechanism working. Now what we got to do is find a way to get all of those carrots and potatoes into that dropper. Right? Hey, Cub, what's cracking, dude? Oh, man, you got a little bit of present waiting for you over there, Cub, back at your base, man. Anyway, take a look at this. I've set up a secondary platform over here, and it's up here that we are going to be growing the potatoes and carrots. Let's do the carrots on this side and the potatoes on this side, and of course the pressure plates are going to go over here, and this is where one of those Von Butts down there are going to spend the rest of eternity harvesting these carrots, thinking that they're growing and they're not under... You'll see, it's absolutely hilarious. Okay, so those are there. Beautiful. Now what we need to do is find a way to collect those crops when the Von Butts break them, right? And we're going to do that in a very smart way. We're going to use some mine carts with hoppers on them, and it's going to be a very simple way to do this. What we're going to do is we're going to... Ooh, this hopper is filled with nonsense. Let's just empty it out. We're going to stick a powered rail on top of that hopper, and then we're going to stick a mine cart with a hopper on top of that. That is directly underneath that tilled earth over there, and I think just for safety's sake, let's just make sure it's sort of encased over here, right? So that it doesn't move and it doesn't get shifted out of place by anything. There we go. Beautiful. So let's just check this hopper. It's got nothing in it. Right. Now, take a look at this. If the Von Butts come and break this crop, so let's just break it like this. There we go. Got sucked up by the hopper minecart. Beautiful. And it should have ended up in this hopper. Yes, there's the carrot right there. Beautiful. So the last thing that we need to do, of course, is connect these hoppers to a hopper chain that is going to be feeding that dropper. So all we're going to have to do is this, I guess. We'll stick a hopper chain up like that, and then one like that. Beautiful. And one like this, I suppose. And it was already clicking away. There we go. That's awesome. Oh, man. Okay, so that should now, in theory, be working. All we need to do now is get all of the different hopper minecarts set up, get them all boxed in very nicely, and then run some final tests. The hopper minecarts have been successfully installed, and I gotta say, this part of our carrot potato farm is making me really, really happy, guys. It kind of looks like the inside of a computer, doesn't it? It looks like the inside of a component with all of these different bits and pieces looking so symmetrical and looking so sweet with the redstone down there. That's kind of like the motherboard chip controller or something. I don't know. Looking pretty badass, man. Anyway, I'm currently working on the top here, trying to figure out a nice design for this. The building is going to be a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be. Let's do a little bit of a flyby while we're at it, just to have a look at the sort of footprint we're making with this building. It's looking kind of weird, but that's sort of what I wanted. I wanted it to look like maybe another cooler of some kind. Maybe that could be pretty cool. And actually, it looks a little bit like a skyscraper or something at the moment, and I think that's kind of sweet. But check it out. I have set up a couple of platforms. Okay, let's try this one more time. Let's try go in for a slower landing. Okay, there we go. Did it. Now, I've set up a couple of other platforms over here, guys, and this is pretty important for this farm. You can't just leave the villagers to farm these two things back and forth, because the villagers will actually run out of potatoes and carrots to plant after a while. So you need to give them another like layer of stuff to farm. So what we're going to do is just add a few more layers of carrots over here, and I think that's going to look pretty sweet anyway in the final build. What I'd like to try and do now is find a way to make this thing into a dark room, but also to keep it open. I want there to be glass on the outsides of it so that we can see inside, right? I don't want this thing to just be one giant block of orange concrete. I want to be able to see inside. I want to see Marjorie and Betsy Von Butts doing their hard work over here, and I want them to be able to see their brothers too, you know? Because, well, they're going to be in here for eternity, so I guess that's the least that we can do. The Chamber of Eternal Carrot Farming is coming along a treat. Marjorie Von Butt is going to have a great view of her two brothers trapped over there for eternity also, and that will hopefully keep her motivated to carry on picking up carrots. The problem that I've got right now, though, guys, is that there is too much light coming into the chamber. These carrots are not getting broken by the block update, so we're going to try something a little bit sneaky over here. I've been trying to figure out how we can stop light landing on this block, but keep glass over here, right? I want there to be glass on the outside of this chamber. I want to be able to see inside it. Let's have a look from over here. You see, that looks really cool. It kind of looks like an office block or something. happen right now, but that's all right. But yeah, I really want to try and keep this glass over here, right? And we even want to make this glass too, I think. Yeah, we want to keep it nice and open. Now, the problem is that this block is not getting light from the back, from the top, from the left, from the right. It is just getting light from the front. So I've got a theory. What if we were to put some sort of a support beam right over here, right? So this will be like, you know how we have over there? Yes, like these black support beams like we had on the storage module alpha, something like that, right? What happens if we put a block over here, blocking out the light source coming from these 2 blocks of glass? Is that going to make any difference? Let's have a look. Yeah, baby, that freaking works. Oh, man. Okay, I probably shouldn't get that excited because I probably should have known that already. But yeah, that actually works. That's amazing. Okay, so what we could also do then to make the other one work is just place two of them over here, right? So one here, one there, and then what we can do is we can wrap these over the top like that, right? That could look really, really cool. And maybe what we could do is add like another couple of them over here. How many blocks do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh man, that's not going to work very well. So maybe just one more like this, right? On either side, just to try and make it look cool. Comrade Iskal, the flag of Viva la Revolution has been disrespected. This is unacceptable, comrade. Unacceptable!
Unacceptable, and such a cheap shot, but oh, did you guys mess with the wrong person this time? Dear NHO, we are very happy. We are very happy that you did indeed honor our last threat. That you did indeed, even though you disguised it under some kind of alliance form, you freed stress after the allegations that you had. Hashtag free stress. But here's the thing. Then you go on and you messed with the wrong hermits. We are all about freedom and democracy. Believe in people with their heart in the right place, and you decided to mess with the most peaceful, the most innocent hermit there is, and you did it under our flag.
The most gentle soul, Iskal. The most gentle soul.
The most gentle soul of all the people.
Have you got a tissue? I need a tissue, man.
There are some cotton balls behind the counter. Now, keep it up. You gotta sound serious. So, dear NHO, let it be known that you just messed with the wrong hermit. For there be alliances that you were not aware of. There be alliances, and let this be known. You, if we were you, you better keep your eyes open this coming week, for we are coming for you. And we have hired someone, maybe the least expected one in your eyes after your recent shenanigans. So keep your eyes open. Wherever you go, wherever you run, be very, very, very careful.
Comrade Iskal, the flag of the revolution will not be disappointed. We will have our revenge, and we will strike down with furious anger and vengeance upon the no-butts or something.
The no-butts.
Yes.
Viva la revolution.
Viva la revolution. Marjorie von Butt, say your goodbyes to your sister. This is the last time you'll ever be able to exchange lipsticks. Oh, what a tragic day. Get out of the way, frickin' Betsy. Marjorie, get your butt into the eternal carrot farming chamber, please. There you go. Hopefully she'll make it there in one piece. Nice. Okay, so let's test this sucker out now, guys. If we've done everything correctly, when we unleash Marjorie on these carrots, she should start harvesting and start collecting them. But of course, what we have to do is fill her inventory up with carrots too, which I forgot to do. So I'll be back on the other side of this frickin' facepalm. Facepalm! Marjorie von Butt, your destiny has now been sealed. All of these carrots have been grown to full. They are plump and juicy, ready for you to farm them. And look at her, man. She's actually quite keen. She's staring at that carrot with love in her eyes. She can't wait to start farming. Oh, man. All right, guys. This is it. This is the moment of truth. Is our little dark room farm going to work? Let's just make sure these are working. Yes. Okay, perfect. So we're going to keep this tilled land open. We're not going to plant anything over there. And when we unleash Marjorie into the chamber, she should head over there to do a little bit of farming. Oh, oops. My bad. There we go. Marjorie, you are ready to go. Let me just plant a few more carrots. You back off in this direction. Don't worry. Nothing to see here, Marjorie. Go do your business. Let's just get these farmed up. Beautiful. And hopefully we should see Marjorie heading over to that untilled earth. Let's give her a little bit of guidance. Marjorie, that's where you want to go. You want to go in there. Oh, and we should probably add something on top here. Oh, I've got a bit of carpet there. Let's add, oops. Dang it! Oh, this is a happy day right here, guys. It is actually working. Marjorie is going back and forth like a stupid goldfish with a 10-second memory, picking up and replanting those carrot crops, and she's going to be doing that for eternity. Let's just try and add, there we go, a bit of carpet on top of the water, and that should keep her happy for the rest of her existence. That is fantastic. Okay, I can hear the clickety-clack of our dropper mechanism going off. One final thing we need to make sure is working. Those carrots that Marjorie is creating is actually heading all the way down. There they are. Look at them falling down the tube. This is so sweet. I've set up a hopper down here with the chest, and all of those carrots should be ending up in this chest over here. That is fantastic, guys. I actually made it work. It took me way longer than it should have. Most of the stuff was done off camera. It took me the entire afternoon to get this thing working, but it looks like it's working, guys. This is epic. I mean, it looks like an absolute mess right now. I'm not going to lie. Look at that thing. It's looking absolutely disgusting, and I need to set up the potato side for Betsy. But Marjorie is actually doing the farming, and I gotta say, man, I am super happy with this design. Oh, geez, let me try and get up there again. I'm super happy with this design, and I think it's so much simpler than creating those other villager farms where the villager trades with another villager to throw the carrots at them and stuff. Look at this. This is so simple, and yet so effective. It probably isn't as fast as other farms, but we don't need fastness, we just need efficiency, and Marjorie's going to be doing that for the rest of her life, and slowly but surely we will be collecting the carrots. Beautiful! Well, Cyberdogs, unfortunately I have run out of time for recording today. Jeez, man, this thing has taken me all afternoon long to do, and I still need to do the potato side, which I think I'm going to do off camera. Next episode, we're going to find a way to get all of the croppages coming out of these two farms collected in one central storage location underneath the ground over here somewhere. That could be pretty cool. We're going to have to use like water aqueducts and cool stuff like that. So that's going to be super fun. Also, we're going to be fighting the Wither solo one last time together. Let's see if we can actually get our own Nether Star without the help of other hermits, even though they helped us and they are freaking awesome. But yeah, guys, I'm going to go have something to eat, and I'm going to spend the rest of my evening getting the potato side of our farm set up over here and get Betsy Von Butt into her location so that she can start automatically farming. And yeah, I hope you have enjoyed this episode. If you have, guys, don't forget, hit that freaking like button, okay? Show me that I'm doing a good job, and tell YouTube that my videos should be seen by more peeps, man. Just hitting that like button can do a lot to help me out with that. And of course, if you haven't subscribed yet, hit the freaking subscribe button, baby. We are making some sweet ass stuff here on the netherboard, and there's so much more stuff to make. Anyway, guys, ReNDoG signing out. We'll smell you all in the next episode, my friends.